Hi there everybody, you're traveling with me, Jack, and of course as always with my beautiful heavenly wife, Pam, and a big special thank you to you 4,000 plus subscribers we now have in our channel. We are traveling today. We're on the beautiful central coast of California. We're just a shade north of Pismo Beach in our favorite place on earth, Shell Beach, California. This is the place I've mentioned before that Pam and I will eventually have our ashes spread together over these beautiful blue Pacific waters. But the reason I'm doing this video though is to take you down a trip, we'll call it a trip down memory lane, but we're talking real estate. I thought it might be fun for you to see some of the places we live here on the Central Coast. We were here almost 10 years and well, then we came back a couple of times, had a couple more years there. I think it ended up being a total of about 13, 14 years, but during the prime time when we were living here and working full time and such was in the early to late 90s to around 2000. During that time, we didn't buy a house because we had some incredible deals on leasing homes back when this place was actually affordable. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you around to some of those homes, show them to you now, tell you what we used to pay and what they're getting for them now. It should be kind of interesting for you to figure out how in the heck people continue to live here. Well, I know how. They didn't leave. We did. Our bad. In the meantime, though, stick around. We'll take you on that tour now. We first came to California in 1992 from Austin, Texas to the lovely Central Coast community of Santa Maria, California. Now this is a neighborhood in Orchid, which is basically a bedroom community to Santa Maria. Now keep in mind we were coming from Texas. We thought about, well, maybe we'll buy a house to start. And so we came and we looked at this lovely ranch style home, and it still looks really, really nice after all these years. Well, they wanted $182,000 and we thought that's absolutely outrageous. Oh my goodness, if only we'd known what real estate was going to do. It is now estimated value on this home is over $600,000 for a simple little ranch home. Now I will tell you, we had a bargain when it came to rent. It was $850 a month. Estimated rent on this particular home though in this neighborhood now is around $3,000. My, oh my, how times have indeed changed. But the community and the neighborhood is still absolutely gorgeous. Now we stayed in this home for a couple of years and then we moved on to another one, which will take you to that one next. So after a couple of years in that house, we moved about 1.5 miles away to a newer neighborhood with slightly bigger homes. The reason being we went from having 2 kids, or rather from having 1 kid to 2 kids. So we thought, well, let's see if we can get a little more room and maybe a little more bang for the buck, as if we weren't already getting good bang for our buck. And we came to this beautiful neighborhood, which is still really, really well maintained. Now these homes though now, back then they were selling in the low $200,000 range. They are now in the high 6s, 7s to even $800,000 range. And the home that we were renting here though, didn't buy this one either, was this lovely place. Now the exterior looks like it may be undergoing a little bit of work, but this was a little bigger house, 3-bedroom. I think it was 2.5 baths. It was about 400 square feet larger. And boy, we had to go up in the rent from $850 to $1,000. That's right, we paid $1,000 a month. Now I was just talking to one of the neighbors here who is still here from when we lived here, and they said rents in this neighborhood now are going for $3,500 a month. Wow, that is truly amazing. Well, after a couple of years here, we then got the itch to move up the road about 25 minutes to the ocean. We wanted to live near the coastline, and so that's going to be our next stop. Now this is one of 2 places that we lived in beautiful Shell Beach, just a couple minutes up the road from Pismo Beach. And you can see, if you look off in the distance there, that's the Pacific Ocean. And down at the end of the street there's a place called Memory Park, and boy, this place has a lot of memories for me. But what I want to do is show you where Pam and I and the kids live. This was back in 1997, 1998. And we weren't buying a home at that time. We were just renting. And this is the house over here, that one right there, kind of the yellow colored one, that we rented. Guys and girls, hang on to your hats, 1998. We were renting this house for $1,200 a month. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, big nice family room in it. It's a really nice place. And of course the selling feature is you are just steps from the Pacific Ocean. Now this house, I looked it up, it's just the estimated value is over $1.5 million. It's 1,400 square feet, so you can do the math. That's over $1,000 a square foot. And to think that we were renting it for pennies on the dollar compared to today's market value. I'm thankful we lived here, but I wonder how people, well, I know how people stay here. It's legacy families that continue to stay on. And then you have this that happens. New people come in from the outside. They tear down the older homes and then they build much larger homes, which of course those values are going to be even higher. But of course the payoff is you get this amazing view of the Pacific Ocean. And then again, this gives you an idea of how close we were to the ocean. And again, oddly enough, this is called Memory Park. And boy, I have some tremendous memories here, very strong memories. But again, we were just 7 doors down from this. I mean, hard to believe. Again, we're paying $1,200 a month. I saw that what the estimate is on rent values in this neighborhood is going to be from around $4,000 to $6,000 a month. Now, I can assure you, we made a good living in '98, but even converting that to today's dollars, there's no way we could have afforded to live in this neighborhood now. But apparently, some people have figured out a way. Here's another great spot we lived at. Now, first of all, these townhomes, or condominiums, if you will, they're called Shell Beach townhomes. To the left there, we're not even here when we lived here. This was just kind of a grassy field at the back of the area. We lived down this hill here at Spindrift Village, and I think you can already see, again, wide open ocean views. It was absolutely beautiful. We rented one of the condominiums in here, so we'll go around the corner and I'll show you the actual unit we lived in and a look at the view, and then we'll talk about prices. First of all, some of the units do have attached garages. You can see them there on the bottom level. Now, the unit we had, though, our garage was over here, but it was still really convenient because all we had to do was walk around the corner over here, and I'm going to show you where our building is, which is nestled in the middle of the village here. So what we would do, we would walk from the garage into this beautiful courtyard area, and you can see the expansive views of the ocean, and then we lived right up there. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath unit, absolutely gorgeous. And get this, it was fully furnished at that time. And we leased it for the grand total of $1,000 a month, 1996. $1,000 a month we paid to live here in 1996. And we thought that was pretty high rent at that time. But what a blessing it was to live here. Today's dollars, I understand there's not a lot of rentals in here anymore, but they're going to run you again $3,000 to $5,000, and some maybe even a little bit more, I'm sure, if they were furnished like the unit we had. And you say, why did you rent a furnished unit? Well, it's because it was such a good deal and the furniture was gorgeous. We said, heck, let's get rid of our stuff. We'll just live with this stuff. And to buy one of these, estimates again are going to be over $1 million, plus you're going to have some HOA fees as well. We'll walk down the hill though, and I'll show you kind of the final payoff of this development. Keep in mind, these units are probably over 50 years old now, but they have been tremendously well maintained. And the way they built this, you know, they're kind of staggered up the hill here. Everybody gets a view of the mountain, or not, well, you get a view of the mountains too, but you get a view of the ocean. You might think, well, I don't see how it is, but it is. Trust me, the engineering on getting the views here was simply magnificent. Here's some other units you can see where you've actually got a 2-car garage that you drive into. But the actual units there, we've been inside that one there. We had some friends that lived there. It's actually a little bit smaller than ours, but it's still got a beautiful layout to it as well. And again, though, you get the 2-car garage. Now, when you got down to the bottom of the hill of our complex here, you had this gorgeous clubhouse that it is built out over the ocean. Now, we can't go inside because I can't show you the views. Trust me, they're ocean view. It's multi-level. Then you get private access down to the beach as well. And if you look back, you can see You got a view of the mountains off in the distance there. There's several of the units. Those units actually have a 2-car garage that you can drive into underneath the unit. But I'm still just amazed at how affordable this was. In 1996, we were living here for $1,000 a month. So that concludes our little trip down memory lane here in our days of living on the Central Coast of California. It is still one of the most gorgeous places on earth. I'd still love to live here, but unfortunately, it's out of my price range these days, and it's out of the price range of a lot of people. But for a time, many of us did get to enjoy some great times living here, and now we get to come back and still visit and cherish those amazing memories. In fact, I'm in a place called Memory Park. Remember? I showed you that earlier. Hey, keep watching our channel, keep subscribing, share it, give it a thumbs up, donate if you like. I've also got a podcast called Love Letters to Pam. In the meantime, have a great day, better yet, a better tomorrow, and bye now from beautiful Shell Beach, California.
Hi everyone, this is Pam, and guess who? Behind the camera.
That's right, Pam. I'm running the camera for you because you've got a special message.
I do. I would like for everyone to go to YouTube, if you've not already, and subscribe to our page, Traveling with Jack and Pam. We have so much fun going places and showing you these videos, and just would love for you to subscribe to us. So go do it right now.